All right, so you know how much I love space, right?
Yeah.
And you sent me these articles about this asteroid 2024 YR4,
Yeah.
and well, the headlines are kind of scary. Chance of hitting Earth in 2032. That's
Yeah.
less than 10 years from now. So let's do a deep dive into this and figure out just how worried we should be.
Absolutely. I think a lot of people are feeling that same sense of concern.
Right,
It's definitely something that has caught the attention of the scientific community. We're constantly looking out for these things. And
right.
while most asteroids pose no threat to Earth, this one has some unique characteristics that make it worth a closer look.
Okay, well, one of the articles mentions it could be anywhere from 40 to 90 meters wide. And
Mm.
that's like
Yeah.
bigger than the Statue of Liberty, isn't
It
it?
is. Yeah, that's a good comparison.
And it was just discovered recently at the ATLA's observatory in Chile.
Mm-hmm.
So what's interesting about this asteroid, besides the whole potential impact thing?
Well, I think first of all, it's important to put that size into perspective. While it's certainly large enough to cause regional damage if it were to impact, it's not an extinction level event like the dinosaur killing asteroid. We're not talking about,
Yeah.
the end of the world here.
Right.
But it is something to be mindful of. As for its composition, we're still learning. Initial observations suggest it could be a stony asteroid, which is
Okay.
fairly common. We need more data to be sure.
Okay. So one of the articles mentions this risk corridor,
Yeah,
and that stretches across a huge part of the planet,
right.
what goes all the way from the Pacific to South Asia.
It does. Yeah, it's a pretty
That's a
significant.
huge swath of the planet.
Yeah.
What makes it so difficult to narrow that down? What makes the prediction so uncertain?
Yeah, that's where things get a little bit tricky. The risk corridor is based on the potential paths the asteroid could take, given our current understanding of its orbit.
Okay.
But those calculations are constantly being refined as we gather more observations. And so, it's a moving target in a sense.
Okay. So with all this uncertainty, how do scientists even begin to categorize the danger of an asteroid like this?
Right.
I mean, is there like a danger scale or
There
something?
is. Yeah, it's called the Torino scale.
Okay.
And it helps us communicate the potential risk in a way that's understandable to everyone. It goes from 0,
Right.
which is no hazard at all, up to 10, which would be a certain collision with global consequences.
Oh, wow.
And 2024 YR4
Okay.
is currently at level 3, which basically means it's worth keeping an eye on, but it's not an immediate cause for panic.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
A 3 out of 10. That's,
Okay.
we should be aware, but not panicking. I remember reading about the Apophis asteroid a few years ago
Oh, yeah.
and how that initially had everyone on edge because it reached level 4, I think.
It did. Yeah, it was a
So,
pretty
yeah.
big deal at the time.
Yeah. But then they figured out it wasn't actually going to hit us.
Exactly. Apophis is a great example of how our understanding of an asteroid's trajectory can evolve over time with more observations.